Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, beautiful people on this beautiful planet. You get to go home for such a tiny amount of time. The mind is absolute chaos. If you don't become aware that the mind is talking to itself, that's the most important thing to realise. That the mind is talking to itself. There is nobody in there to listen to it if you don't listen to it. The mind is just creating stories. The ego just creates stories from things that have happened in the past, and then it projects that out into the future. So you're thinking about the past or you're thinking about the future because of past experiences, because of conditioning, because of programming. None of it matters. None of it is here in this moment. But the ego will take over in every moment. The story will take over in every moment and say, I'm behaving like this because of something that's happened in the past. No identification with mind. No story. And it is the most difficult thing to do. To die to the ego is the most challenging thing you will do. But it's the most rewarding. Because in that space, there is just love. In that space, there's just awareness. In that space, you get to be who you truly are. Without the story, without the ego, without the conditioning, without what mummy told you, what your daddy told you, what friends, there's nothing there. There's just the moment that's there. And every moment is alive and true. Every moment is love. You get a choice in every moment because you're not listening to the conditioned mind. You only don't get a choice in every moment when you're listening to the ego, when you're listening to the conditioning, when you're listening to past experiences and projecting that out into the future. And that is all the ego will do. The ego will take over every moment. And all the ego is a story in the mind. The thought appears. And because of that thought, you then go into a story. The problem is that story. The problem is the ego. Because it's narrating something because of things that have happened in the past. Then past experiences don't exist. The only thing that exists is the moment. So you go into a situation, you'll have a thought about, I don't like guys with ginger hair, or I don't like guys that are running, or I don't like guys that are on the phone, I don't like guys that are happy, I don't like guys that are full of love and full of joy. That thought pops in, and then you go into a story on top of that thought. That story is the ego. That story is past conditioning, is a program. The first thing that pops in is that thought. That's just data. That's just static. That's just energy in the mind. It's becoming aware that that is just data, that is just energy, and not identifying with that thought. As soon as that thought comes up, no identification, let it go, let it go, let it go. No attachment to it, no attachment. The more you do that, the more reps you do on that thought, on them thoughts, the more you don't go into a story in every moment. Then the ego starts to dissolve away. What you'll notice though is when you're on this journey, that you'll have the thought and then instantly you'll be sucked in. The ego will suck you in and you'll go off into a tangent in the mind, creating stories out of absolutely nothing, out of a thought. Story upon story upon story. You could be days, weeks, years, lifetimes living from that same story in the mind. When it is as simple as no identification with that story. No attachment to the mind. And then you awaken. You awaken to see that the mind has always been false. It will always be false. It can only be false. Because it's living in the past and it's projecting itself out into the future. That's where the matrix starts to dissolve away. In the emptiness of thought is who everybody is. It's just that people get sucked into this story in the mind, believing that that's who they are. I did that. I achieved that. I like this. I don't like this. I believe this story. I don't believe that story. It is all nonsense. It's all just a program that will continuously play out for the rest of your lifetime if you don't come to see that. Without attachment to the mind, without attachment to the material world, you get to choose. You have a choice then in every moment, because there's no story. There's no attachments to anyone or anything. In every single moment, you get to choose. Am I going to choose love? Or am I going to choose fear? Am I going to choose joy? Or am I going to choose sadness? Am I going to choose the light? Or am I going to choose dark? Am I going to choose listening to the mind? Or am I going to choose detaching from the mind? Am I going to choose attachment to anything in this material world? Or am I going to detach from everything in this material world? In every single moment, without a story playing in the mind, you get to choose. And I think that's what's happened with humanity. They've forgot. They're asleep to the fact that they get to choose in every moment. They'd live from the program. They'd live from the matrix. They live from the thoughts in the mind, not knowing that they have a choice. You don't have to listen to that. Not knowing you have a choice in every moment to be happy. You have a choice in every moment to be loved. It's just that humanity's forgot it because that awareness, that love, that joy has been veiled by the mind. It's been taken over by a program. Entities have forgotten they have free will to choose in every moment. You have free will to choose in every moment how you're going to show up. Don't listen to the mind. Let it go. And in every moment, choose love. Hope everyone has a fantastic evening. Namaste.